Welcome to Quick Tip with Joy. Boy, guys, this has been quite a ride, and I think this might be my last quick tip, at least a daily one, because I kind of exhausted ideas and I don't really know what else I could do one on. If it pops in my mind as I'm crafting, I'll go ahead and add one, but go back and watch the playlist because it is definitely a good playlist. It has all kinds of tips. There's 100, this is number 150. Can you believe it? It's been fun. But the last one I wanted to do it on was taking pictures because so many people have issues. And I'm no professional photographer. But I do love to take photos. Every time I go on vacation, it's like 3,000 photos that I take. So, I do have a little experience, but I'm not a pro. So here's some tips. I know that you all struggle with taking pictures. So the first thing is glare. Now, you can see, I decided to do it here because it got a lot of examples of things not to do. Okay, and it's my work area. It's my loft, so it's my crafting area. So you want to get rid of glare as much as you possibly can. Now, the way to do that is, first of all, the best time to take a picture is on a cloudy day outside, not under trees. Never take pictures under trees because you're going to have splotches everywhere when you're taking pictures of people or when you're taking, you always think, oh, it's so bright and sunny out here. And you try to take people out and put them under a tree and then they have all these funky spots on their face. You don't want that either. If you can't get a full shade, pay attention to that. Cloudy day is the best. If you can, I know so many people are taking them inside. Well, if you're like in a window, like I have a window over here. So if you have a window, it's going to let off a glare typically. So find a place that has lighting that's not like direct over you, and that will definitely help. Now, if you are taking it inside and you just happen to have an OTT light, the OTT lights, some of them have dimmer switches on them. Use those dimmer switches. A lot of times I will turn on the light just to have bright light because I can't see. However, the dimmer will dim it down so it takes the shadows off of your project. Okay. So another thing is, okay, let's pretend you guys are on my actual phone. So let's pretend this is a phone. Okay. It's a tag, but it's a pretend phone. Now, when we're holding our phone, and you're holding it like this, okay? I'm sorry, I'm looking at myself. Maybe I should come over here. Angle your camera just a bit, like angle. Maybe I should do it like this so the pretty side's up. Angle your camera just a little bit, this way, that way. You don't want it to be so crooked that it's like this to get the picture, because then you're going to have the end project or the end picture is going to be so slanted. It's going to be like some funky shape, just enough, or move your camera over. Remember, your lens is here and not hold it directly over. If your project is here, then what do you think is going to happen? This is directly over. Okay, so many people on the chat. I have a chat group, and they're trying to show their project, and they don't. And I'm like, okay, first of all, you put your face directly in the center, so put it on your nose, and then you can show us your project. Anyway, that's kind of off on a different subject, but just remember that your camera lens is in a different spot, so try to move it to your project. And I'm pretending I'm the project, instead. Okay, watch the backgrounds. If you have a busy background, junk here, junk there, that's not going to make a pretty picture, okay? If you had something, oh man, I should have thought ahead and put something here. That would have been fun. Anyway, think about what's under your project. Give yourself plenty of room. Oh my goodness, you probably need a 24 by 24 space that you can take a picture, because that way you can have the ability to move your camera to the side, move it to wherever. You see the glares of the lights, especially on glassy type objects that you have on your thing. Just bending the camera a little bit, will help possibly that, and dimming the light. All right, enough of that. The busy backgrounds, just really pay attention to what you're taking a picture of. So many people just slop something down and they just throw the camera on it and go boom, and they take the picture and then they never even think about it. You know, there's been those oopsie daisies on the where people haven't paid attention and they've been in their underwear and taken a picture of a mirror to sell, and they don't even think about that they're in the picture with their underwear, so, or something like that. So really pay attention to the backgrounds. Okay, if you have shaky issues, wow, I just got a ringing in my ear. Oh, who's calling? There's nothing in my ear, guys. Okay, hold the caffeine. I know I've had coffee. I've had coffee caffeine this morning. My, oh my. You can tell, my group can tell when I've had chocolate that has caffeine or I've had coffee late because I'm a little excited. So just be aware that caffeine will make you jittery. If you're a jittery, shaky person anyway, you know, you might want to get a stand in order to do it, you know, a camera stand. Or you can make your own camera stand. Don't think you have to go buy one. Just get heavy books, and, you know, like, people have used all kinds of things where they've like duct tape it to a piece of wood, or, you know, duct tape their phone to the piece of wood, and then they put books on top of it so that they can, or they've stacked up books. I'll get there, excuse me. They've stacked up books, and then they put like a piece of wood or something that they've attached the camera to. They've duct taped the camera down, and then they've stacked books on top to keep it level. That is a simple, easy thing. If you're going to do something standing up, you know, get a Pringles can with, you know, a stick in it, and then tape your camera to that. You know, if you're going to do a face forward and you don't have, like, actually right now, you're sitting on two, like a matte medium and a gesso and a book. That's what you're on, because I wanted to use my phone to do this. There's lots of ways to make a camera stand, but if you are shaky, then try to get you a camera stand if you plan on doing this kind of stuff. But hold the caffeine within like probably an hour or two of when you're going to photograph, and then you won't have the shakes. Now, another mistake a lot of people make are they hold the camera up in the air and they have their little elbows up in the air and they're like this. Okay, this is not securing. This is wobbly. Think about sucking those down, putting it out here, holding onto the camera. If you have your elbows next to your body, you will have a better, steadier camera not shaking. Okay? And the last one about the shaking thing is I hold my breath when I'm actually pushing the button. You know, I get it all lined up, and then I take in a big breath and I go, snap, and then let go. And that will also help some of the shakiness. Let's see, what else? I already talked about that. Let's see. Oh, one of the biggest things that y'all do, I notice, is you're taking a picture and you have the camera shadow on your paper. So, you know, you might have a whole pretty piece of paper, and then you have this little square over here that's a shadow of your camera. One thing that you can do for that, peoples, is raise your camera up higher and zoom in. You know, use the little zoom feature. If you raise it higher, keeping your elbows together, zoom in, then you can actually get the picture without the camera shadow in it. Okay, and then the last thing is edit your picture. A lot of times I use the auto edit, and it brightens it, and it does all kinds of things. Sometimes it's a little too bright. Sometimes it doesn't pick up, you know, you might have, I mean, you can see shadows here on my glasses. That's because the light is above me. If I was looking up, it would not be there. Anyway, one of the better features that if you don't, you know, if you use the auto edit, and every camera has one that is on a phone anyway, or iPad or something like that. So use that. And if you don't want to play with all of the little features, contrast, I think, is one of the better features, because it kind of brings what you really want to the front, brightens it up, and kind of does its thing in the background. So if you're not a photographer, I mean, I know if you're a photographer, this is not for you. You know what you're doing, but this is for the anybody anywhere that has not really played with photography. So just crop off the edges. You know, if your picture is this and you have all this junk, well, here, we'll do this. If you have all this junk here, take it and crop it down. All you gotta do is pull from the push crop button and then pull it from the edges and get the picture within the picture. And then get rid of this extra junk. We don't want that. We don't want to see what's in your room. All right, that's it. Sorry it's a long one, but I hope it's a helpful one. If you do like it, give me a thumbs up. Share it if you like. And catch me on my next series, which has already started. And I'm only doing it twice a week right now. I might do it a little more often. But I'm doing a new series, and it's called Did You Know? And I'm keeping my Monday for now. I'm going to be changing it in September 2024, in case you're watching this another year. I'm going to be changing it to a new format because I'm tired of cleaning off my desk twice a week. I was doing Mondays, I did journals, and Thursdays I did ephemera. Right now, I need to finish the project I'm on. I'm just that type of person. I don't like a lot of undone projects, and then I have to clean off and get ready for the next. So my idea is just to keep going until that project's done. I'm going to plan on doing journals until the journal's done, and then start ephemera and do ephemera till it's done, and then flip back over, because I know there's a little bit for everybody, and that way I can keep going and not spend all my time cleaning. Oh my gosh. And maybe I can do more lives. You never know. So join me for the Do You Know series, and that is just whatever I've been trying to, I know I'm talking really fast. I've had caffeine. Excuse me, it's still the morning flimmy thing, huh? Sorry. But Did You Know is a little series about, I just pick a random subject, and I'm trying to make it at first have something to do with my project. Last week's was art journaling and kind of a mixed media, so I just chose those words, and I just told you little random facts about art journaling. It's kind of a learning, I'm kind of having fun with it because it's learning about stuff. Now, coming up in the fall, which is right around the corner, you know, I thought fall was August because in where I used to live, the leaves started falling, and then you would just have, you just thought it was fall. Well, fall didn't happen until the end of September this year, y'all. But September, I'm going to start doing fall. So I'm going to do maybe fall, autumn, apples, as in talking about those kind of things in my Did You Know series. So I hope you'll join me. And I loved you guys being here. I love comments. So please give me a comment. Tell me if you liked it. If you'd like to see more, I mean, as I think of them, I'm putting them down. But the daily Did You Knows are probably going to end with this one. Wow, I'm getting long. I'm sorry. And that's it. Subscribe, ring the bell, and I will see you next time. Have a happy day, and remember, your day is full of choices, so choose joy.